Bühne bitten, zeigen. Und ich bitte Sie um Aufmerksamkeit und einen Applaus für Nikita Poljakov.
Hello guys, I hope you're all nice and well. Thank you for having me here today. Let me take my name is Nikita Poljakov and I come from the Czech Republic. I work for economic daily called Hospodářské Noviny. I'm a deputy editor-in-chief. And I saw the schedule today, and I'm a prequel basically to a discussion that is called Facebook and Fake News, the Problem of the West, with a question mark. Well, my intro kind of spoiler alert to the discussion, because after this presentation, the answer is basically no, it's not. It's very Eastern European, Central European topic as well. And I'm here today to tell you a short story about our neighboring country and how it got basically trapped in the fake news and how it starts to blow out of proportion. And the title is Fake News Uncovered, How the Czechs Got in the Web of Lies. Before I tell you what we found out while studying fake news in the Czech Republic, I have to tell you why we started doing it. And it's because we think that fake news in Central Eastern Europe nowadays influences decision-making, not only of the electorate, of the people, but also serves as a very important tool for populist politicians who use it to create a discourse of propaganda, xenophobia, and fear. I will give you some evergreens from the Czech media. Don't know if you're familiar with these news. Do you know that United States Embassy in the Czech Republic paid for organization of protests against the Czech incumbent president, President Zeman? That happened in 2014. In 2016, Ministry of Education started a campaign in primary schools to promote Islam in the Czech Republic. Or maybe, if this is too local, this is a new one, recent Novichok story where Czech President Miloš Zeman confirmed that there is Novichok in the Czech Republic. These three news have one thing in common, and it is the fact that they are fake. They just made up. The third one was said basically, but it was disproved. So what is the problem? We created a project where we try to understand how the spread of new technologies and digitalization to almost every aspect of our lives has brought also a new way of conducting war. And it is important because this time information is being used as weapons. Prior to 2015, this topic was debated mainly around Maidan in Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Crimea, or Baltic states, but with the time it came to the Central Europe as well, and it's a pressuring matter. That is why we created this project that aims to explain massive increase in disinformation of the Czech media and even security information service of the Czech Republic stressed fake news as a huge problem for today's society and a threat. We started looking at fake news websites when we saw these weird, crazy bullshit stories appearing online and shared through social media. And we looked at three types of websites that appeared in the Czech Republic. The first ones, such as Aeronet, is privately owned, pro-Russian news server that promotes propaganda and lies, and it's very lenient and very friendly towards Russian Federation. But that's a private project. The second one, Sputnik, you probably know of it, very active in the Czech Republic, works as sort of media service in terms of like Russian paradigm in the European Union. And the third one that we consider a fake news website is called Parliamentary Papers, which is one of the largest websites in the Czech Republic, but one of the most dangerous because it claims that it puts online any content that any politician sends there, or any blogger or whoever. But if you do content analysis of this server, you can see that it's not true, that it's mainly based on lies, fake news, pro-Russian tendency, anti-immigrant tendency, and hatred. This is our Prime Minister, by the way. And so this is how it goes. What we found out is that basically fake news are with us, and it's a thing that we have to get used to it, we have to fight it, we have to deal with it. We know that NATO considers Russia as one of the main creators of fake news in the region that I come from. And what we noticed by doing analysis, and I'll show you later, is that after Crimea crisis, it spread all over Europe, and it got increasingly high level of tolerance in the Czech Republic, which is a bit scary. We were talking to security people in the Baltics, trying to uncover how they fight fake news, how they deal with it. We found out that what they understand, or how they understand fake news propaganda, is that through Gerasimov doctrine. I don't know if you heard of General Gerasimov and his a hybrid war strategy. It's 8 points that aim to disorganize, destabilize the country from within. So it's not a total war. You send troops to kill people. You send disinformation, chaos in the security services, media, spies, etc., etc. And of course, the problem of fake news is connected. We have to look in the mirror and say, are mainstream media getting more popular today? I don't think so. In the Czech Republic, between 2015 and 2016, the popularity of mainstream media decreased from 43% by 10 percentage points to 33%. So we also are to blame. We took a tool called Versus. This tool is created by the Beacon Project International Republican Institute, and this tool helped us to monitor, so to say, connections between fake news servers, individuals that share fake news on social media like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and we try to make sort of list of websites that are spreading fake news. The problem with this list is that it's very subjective. It's very difficult to say with certainty which server, which website is fake or not. What we did is that we went to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and we asked them, are there any websites that you are monitoring at the moment that you consider as being threatening to the democracy in the Czech Republic? And they said yes. They said we cannot make lists. But there are some servers that we follow. We keep it in our head, because if we gave this list publicly, it would be a big issue. So we created this list. You can see not only the websites, you don't have to see the names, but also shares, interactions, how many times the articles were shared by which people. And we had a very good idea on how the fake news mechanics works in the Czech Republic. So these are our findings in 3 main points. So we know that every 3 seconds, by analyzing this, somebody likes, shares, or comments on fake news in the social sphere in the Czech Republic, which is a bit scary and depressing. The second is that we did analysis of one of the main, well, not main, but one of the parliamentary parties, SPD, which is called Freedom and Direct Democracy, which is a cute name, but they have hard fascist tendencies, to be honest. And we look at their Facebook profiles before Cambridge Analytica through this tool, and we found out that these people they follow only fake news servers. They never follow any Czech mainstream media. They never follow any international mainstream media. And the repercussion is that they make decisions based on fake news information. And these decisions shape the country we live in. What we further try to find out is how impactful fake news are in the election process. In the last 6 months, Czech Republic witnessed 2 elections. It was parliamentary election in autumn 2017, and it was presidential election in January 2018. And I will show you one case study of how fake news are being used or were used in the Czech Republic to undermine the political opponent by fake news server. And I'm going to take a case of presidential election. Jiří Drahoš, who was opponent to current incumbent president Miloš Zeman. And what happened was that he was connected to the secret agency 1 week before the second round of the election. And he was connected to the state security agency by fake news servers. So what happened? Between first and second presidential election, the server Aeronet, which I showed you a couple slides ago, started to spread news that Jiří Drahoš was part of the state security during communism. Not only Aeronet shared this information, some communist politicians, some mainstream media took this information and published it. Of course, they said that it's been disproved, but the fact that they used state security and the name of the president in the title, and you all know that people don't read much more than the title, created a sense that Jiří Drahoš could be connected to state security. Well, he wasn't, and it was disproved already in 2017 by study of totalitarian regimes. Fake news servers don't work like that. They keep spinning the same fake story over and over again every year, and people get caught in it. The second fake news that was connected to Jiří Drahoš in this event was that is not only he was the state agent, but he's also paid by George Soros, which is like a red flag for Central European anti-liberal politicians today. And of course, Jiří Drahoš lost the election. I'm not saying, of course, I'm not even suggesting that it was because of the fake news. But we need to know or understand that it had an impact on this. If you look and monitor what happened, this is sentiments basically online, and we used the tags, the tag words Drahoš and STB, and we figured out that this is the end of first round. When you see there, you see the increase in the sentiment, so people are sharing, commenting on it, and after the elections, it stopped completely. So fake news basically only serves a means for this one little moment. And my last thing that I would like to say here is that, of course, it's important to fight this. It's important to maintain some media hygiene, basically, and that's 4 easy 5 rules. Monitoring this media, educating people, the future teachers, basically, that are gonna do media education. Ethical rules on social media would be nice. Stop taking money for promoting fake news content. Stop paying fake news websites to promote your own content. And of course, fixing poor content on search engines. And yeah, we won 2 weeks ago, we won for this project, we won an Open Society Fund prize for journalism, and we continue to work on this and monitor. Now we try to find people who stand behind these websites and who pays them. So hopefully in a couple of months we'll have a new information to share. Thank you very much. Thank you for attention.